Welcome to City University Bilingual Channel. I am Shanique Rochester. Earlier this month, Republican candidate Donald Trump received 270 electoral votes, electing him as the 45th President of the United States. The world is anxious to see how he decides to govern the country. Joseph reports.
President-elect Donald Trump took part in his first extensive interview since the election with Leslie Stahl of 60 Minutes, America's most watched news program. In the interview, the 70-year-old president was questioned by the reporter about his campaign promises and which of those he would keep.
Are you really going to build a wall?
Yes.
Leslie brought up discussions from the Republican Congress about a fence, to which the president replied,
For certain areas I would, but certain areas the wall is more appropriate. I'm very good at this. It's called construction. But
so part wall,
fence
part fence?
Yeah, there could be some fencing.
After noting his own modest construction abilities, he was also questioned about his pledge to deport illegal immigrants. Trump confirmed he would deport people unlawfully living in America or charge them at the least.
We're getting them out of our country or we're going to incarcerate. But we're getting them out of our country. They're here illegally. After the border is secured.
Trump later confirmed after the border was secure and people living unlawfully have been charged, that he would then determine what to do with the millions of undocumented immigrants living in America. It is important to remember that Trump is the first president to never have held an elected office. His campaigns may have been extreme and worked in his favor, but he now faces the hard part, actually running the country. Joseph Lamb reports.
Next will be Hong Kong today.
以下是今日港闻，我是徐文。行政长官梁振英日前召开记者会，支持全国人大就立法会后任议员宣誓风波对基本法作出的解释。彭晨辉报道。
全国人大常委会在北京全票通过了关于基本法104条的解释，以任何不真诚、不庄重的方式宣誓均属无效，且不获重新宣誓及就任資格。對此，梁振英在記者會上表示支持。
我同特區政府對全國人大常委會今日通過嘅解釋表示支持。我作為特區嘅首長，有責任根據基本法第48條執行基本法。我同特區政府將全面切實執行。
這是香港回歸以來人大第5次釋法。本屆立法會後任議員梁頌恆和游蕙禎在宣誓過程中故意違反宣誓程序和誓詞規定，做出侮辱國家和民族的言行，宣揚港獨主張。特區政府已於上月啟動司法程序。有法律界及民主人士認為，人大此時介入釋法將影響香港司法獨立。對此，梁振英亦聲明了本次人大釋法的法律依據。城市電台記者彭晨輝報道。
自本月5日起，政府将住宅物业交易印花税率全面划一提高至 15%， 首次置业及换房的香港永久性居民可获得豁免。新政出台后，楼市成交量暂时停滞。对政府辣招调控楼市，运输及房屋局局长张炳良指此举是应对近1-2个月楼市升幅持续加快的情况。他说，政府高度关注楼市发展，留意到房价在过去半年反弹了 8.9%， 其中9月份单月上涨 2.8%， 与2013年2月雙倍印花税推出前每月 2.7% 的升幅相若。
如果政府唔出手嘅時候呢，我哋恐怕呢個亢奮嘅程度再會倍增。咁對整個大環境嘅衝擊係好大，對一啲首次置業嘅如果嗰個樓市係咁亢奮嘅話咧，啲樓價一路上升，佢儲咗咩錢佢都上唔到車嘅咁所以我哋一定好關心佢哋。
張炳良說，住宅物業交易印花稅率調高至 15%， 不影響沒有任何物業的本地永久居民。
咁所以佢係完全負擔得到嘅，所以我哋其實嗰個做法咧係對佢哋都係有利嘅。
張炳良對未來市場的冷卻抱有信心，他還透露，印花稅措施不會長久推行，而對於內地投資者來說，人民幣持續貶值，內地持續的房地產調控政策下，即便印花稅提高，內地富豪也仍把香港樓市看作是可以保值的投資通道。香港防止學生自殺委員會向教育局局長吳克儉提交最終報告，根據近3年的71起香港自殺學生個案，分析自殺成因並討論預防措施。朱景彤報道。
在报告中，委员会指出，学生自杀大多都由多个复杂原因互相影响所致。然而，不可否认的是，香港学生所面对的巨大的学业和升学压力仍然是学生自杀的主要原因。吴克俭表示，尽管实证分析和数据并未显示学生自殺源于教育制度，教育局近年也採取了一定措施，以減輕香港學生的學業和升學壓力。
事實上，近年教育局已經係致力精簡同埋優化課程內容同埋考評嘅制度，提倡減少功課量同埋去除機械式嘅操練，以消除學生嘅升學壓力，增加學生嘅多元化升學嘅機會。
自2015學年開始起，共有39位香港學生輕生。這些案件之間互不關聯，但卻打破香港歷年學生自殺人數的記錄。香港政府於2016年3月成立防止學生自殺委員會，以應對不斷發生的學生輕生事件。然而，仍然有許多社會人士對於學校和政府的應對措施表示不滿。就此，吳克儉表示，教育局短期內會為教師提供守門人訓練，加強識別和介入高危學生的工作。城市電台記者朱景彤報道。
政府有意拓展地下空間，已在本月展開第一階段公眾參與活動，收集意見，先導性研究探究尖沙咀西、銅鑼灣、跑馬地及金鐘灣仔4個策略性地區發展地下空間的機遇和挑戰，制定地下空間總綱圖，為未來地下空間發展提供指引。而另一方面，市場也有人認為政策只顧土地發展，忽略環境保育。在為期3個月的第一階段公眾參與活動中，政府應虛心聆聽不同意見。接下來請繼續關注熱點聚焦。
Welcome back. In today's Hotspots, we will focus on a new movie named Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk by the Taiwanese director Ang Lee. The movie hits theaters in Hong Kong, China, and Taiwan on November 11th and puts topics in the spotlight that are often suppressed in sparkling Hollywood. Sophie will talk about the whole story.
Billy Lynn is a 19-year-old US soldier who accidentally got filmed during a firefight in the Iraq War. The recorded scenes show him shooting with one hand and trying to save one of his comrades on the battlefield. Although his friend dies in Billy's arms, he and his group become famous in their home country and are celebrated as heroes. Back in the US, the Iraq War veterans are invited to go on a victory tour with the Dallas Cowboys, where they are starring in the team's halftime show. The movie content is not an easy one, but director Ang Lee feels a responsibility to show life-changing stories.
I think it's important that we make good movies that influence people's lives, inspiring people, where they can take from the movie.
The Oscar-winning director decided to shoot the movie in 3D 4K resolution at 120 frames per second. This is 5 times the traditional frames. Some critics said that this way of filming distracts from the actual content. Ang Lee defends his decision.
I don't think we should make up our mind yet, because it's just something just began. I think it's a legitimate, good format for artistic expression.
Uniqueness is something that Hollywood is lacking, according to Ang Lee. He hopes that his Chinese colleagues from Wender Group bring new ideas into the industry.
Hollywood is becoming, the studio system becoming quite corporate. It really lacks the energy, the fresh energy. I hope their investment brings something new.
Wender Group has just paid $1 billion for Dick Clark Productions in order to add AMC theaters and Legendary Entertainment to their portfolio. This is just one example for Chinese investment in Hollywood.
Sophie reports.
Last month, the Ministry of Education of China issued an updated outline for 2017 college entrance examinations, increasing the proportion of Chinese traditional culture in the Chinese exam. This could be the reason why Chinese middle-class parents are increasingly sending their children to private schools that specialize in traditional Confucian teachings. Denise has the full story.
Each lesson begins with the teacher showing the children how to put their hands together and bowing to the large painting of Confucius in each classroom. Beijing Sihai Confucius Academy is a full-time school where students receive systematic training in sinology, such as Chinese history, language, literature, and Confucian teaching. In this academy, students also learn archery and traditional musical instruments. Feng She, principal and founder of Beijing Sihai Confucius Academy, said,
Sinology education not only brings rich and deep spiritual worlds, it will also improve Chinese people's abilities to solve problems in their real life.
The Sihai Confucius School was the first private Confucian school. There are currently 40 full-time students aged 3 to 10. Diao Shangqing, a parent at the school, believes that children should learn to become good people above all.
The compulsory education system, no matter its content or atmosphere, is much different from what we want.
He, like other parents, is willing to send their children to the private school despite the expense. Sihai Confucius Academy costs around 66,000 Hong Kong dollars per year. Not all agree on the teaching values at the school. Fang Xiaohui, a professor from Tsinghua University in Beijing, says,
Personally speaking, if sinology education is separated from other knowledge, other subjects in compulsory education, if it becomes an exclusive and single education system, then people cultivated by this system will have an unbalanced development.
Apart from traditional classes, the Confucius Academy does also provide math and English lessons. However, a 10-year-old student said she was studying first grade math, which is 3 years behind the studies of her peers in public school.
Denise reports.
Following up will be Talk Back with Joseph.
And first up today on Talk Back. Now, getting back to some of the news from earlier today, I'd like to touch base with you on Trump's presidency.
Sure. Joseph, what's on your mind?
Shanique, being a Canadian yourself, how do you and the rest of North America feel about this result?
Well, let's begin by discussing how the Canadian immigration website received over 10 million applications the day of Trump's victory, causing the site to crash. Plus, the amount of Google searches that swept the internet moved to Canada.
Oh, I did see this. Can you tell me more?
Americans seem to be making plans to cross the northern border. Although there are several programs that they might qualify for, Vox reported that those who are skilled and educated stand more of a chance. America focuses on family unification, whereas Canada prioritizes job security.
I see, but why on earth would a skilled or educated American want to move to Canada?
That's a great question, Joe. I'm glad you asked. Some celebrities have expressed their interest in moving to Canada if Trump is elected president. For example, Samuel L. Jackson, Raven-Symoné, Lana Dunham, and Amy Schumer. Isn't it ironic that the people who will be least affected by Trump's presidency are the ones who are most vocal about crossing the border?
Well, to me that just sounds like the ultimate privilege. Surely Canada should serve those genuinely in need of migrating first.
I agree. We have refugees in dying need of homes, not just people who don't like their president.
I'll just have to pause you there for a minute, Shanique. It looks like we do have a caller.
Hi, my name is Melody and I'm a Chinese girl studying in Hong Kong. I've been listening and I want to add a comment about Trump's policy and how it will affect the world, in particularly China.
Sure, Melody. What do you want to add?
Trump's proposed policies about imposing a tax on Chinese goods will take jobs from thousands in order to give work to a few hundred. Tell me how that's fair. Wouldn't a great leader propose the strategy in order to provide jobs for more people instead of taking from one to give to the other?
You're exactly right. A great leader would propose a strategy that would benefit both parties in the end, not take from one to give another. Melody, not to draw your attention away from your original question, but I do want to ask you, with Hong Kong's election coming up in the early months of next year, do you think that following the US election, Hong Kong people will feel differently about the Hong Kong election?
Well, Joseph, I think people's political awareness is definitely on the rise since the U.S. election drew so much attention worldwide. Maybe people will take it more seriously and hopefully the political participation will be larger than before, not only for young voters but also those who have not voted before.
Now, I don't want to cut you short here, but unfortunately we are running out of time. Melody, thanks for that point.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you very much for calling in today. And Shanique, thank you very much for being our guest interview. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, thanks very much. I'm Joseph Lam, and I am your host.
阴晴冷暖早知道，下面由徐文为您带来天气预报。明天清晨预计多云，天气清凉，市区最低气温约15度，日间大致天晴，最高气温约20度。而随后的1-2日，东北季候风将继续带来清凉的天气，预计云量较多且有阵雨。今天的节目就到这里。
Alright guys, that's all for today. Thanks very much.
感谢您的收听，再会。